Hello everyone and welcome to the lesson Differentiation, Kcse 1996, paper 1, question number 19. The equation of a curve is y is equals to 3x squared minus 4x plus 1. Part A, find the gradient function of the curve and its value when x is equals to 2 marks. B, determine 1. The equation of the tangent to the curve at the point 25, 2 marks. 2. The angle which the tangent to the curve at the point 25 makes with the horizontal, 1 mark. Part 3 of the question, the equation of the line through the point 25 which is perpendicular to the tangent in B1. So that is the question. Let us go to the first part of the question. You're given the equation of the curve. The first part A, find the gradient function of the curve and its value when x is equals to 2. So A, that is part A. So the equation is given as 3x squared minus 4x. So 3x squared minus 4x plus 1. You're supposed to find the gradient function. So the gradient function is given by dy over dx. That is how we get the gradient function. And we get the gradient function after differentiating this function of y. So when you differentiate this equation, I will differentiate y with respect to x, we get the gradient function. So differentiating this equation, we get this will be 6x minus 4. So that is the gradient function. The other question is find its value when x is equals to 2. The value of the gradient when x is equals to 2. So when x is equals to 2, just need to substitute x with 2. And these will give 12 subtract 4, which will give 8. So the gradient function is 6x minus 4, and the gradient at the point x is equals to 2 is 8. So that is how you're supposed to solve that question. Now the other part of the question, B1, the equation of the tangent to the curve at the point 25. The equation of the tangent to the curve at the point 25. B1. So B part 1. The equation of the tangent to the curve at the point 25. So to get the equation of the tangent, we need to get the gradient of the tangent. The gradient of the tangent, we get it after getting the gradient function, using the gradient function. So the gradient function of this curve will give us the gradient of the tangent. The gradient function of this curve, which is given as 6x minus 4, when we substitute the value of x in that function, we shall get the gradient of the tangent. So this being the gradient function, if you want to get the gradient of the curve, look at the point at point x when x is equals to 2, since the point is 2, 5. So what is the gradient of that tangent when x is equals to 2? We just need to substitute. So 6 substitute 2, this one will give I think we've just got these will be 12 minus 4, which will give us 8. The same thing that we've done there. So that is how we get the gradient of the tangent. Now the tangent is a straight line, so to get the equation of a straight line, which is a tangent, we shall need another point 2, 5, and we can introduce another general point on that line, which is xy. And knowing the gradient is 8, using these 2 points, we can calculate the gradient. Gradient is change in y, which is given by y minus 5, divided by change in x, which is x subtract 2. And this one should give us the gradient, which is 8. So cross multiplying these, you get y subtract 5 is equals to 8 x minus 2. Multiplying these, you get y is equals to 8x. Give 8x 8x minus 16, then plus 5, and these will give y is equals to 8x subtract 11. So that is the equation of the tangent to the curve at that point 25. Part 2, the angle which the tangent to the curve this to the curve at the point 25 makes with the horizontal. The angle which the tangent to the curve and that the tangent, we've just got the tangent makes with the curve at the point 25, that is with the horizontal. So how do we get this angle that the tangent to the curve at the point 25 makes with the horizontal? Now, this is just one thing that you need to know here, that the tangent is the gradient. The tangent is the gradient. And what is the gradient of this tangent? The gradient of this tangent, this is part 2. The gradient is equals to the tangent of the angle. The tangent of the angle that this tangent is going to make with the horizontal. And what is this gradient? The gradient of that tangent is given as 8. So 8 should be equivalent to the tangent of the angle that is going to make with the horizontal. So this is what you need to work out and get the value of the angle. So tangent tan theta is equals to the gradient, which is 8. And this one will give, we get the tan inverse of both sides, you get the tan inverse of 8. And this will give, when you get the tan inverse of 8, we get this one very fast. So the tan inverse of 8 will give 82.87. 82.87 degrees. So this is the angle that the tangent makes with the horizontal at the point 25. Since we've got the gradient at that point is 8, and the gradient is equivalent to the angle, the tan of the angle that it makes with the horizontal. So that is how we're supposed to do that. The last part of the question, that is part 3, the equation of the line through the point 25, which is perpendicular to the tangent. That is the equation of the normal. The equation of the line that is perpendicular to the tangent is the equation of the normal. So we need to get the equation. So if we have, I can just do a rough sketch here. If let's say this is the tangent, the line that is perpendicular to that tangent is the normal, and that is what you're supposed to get. Now, this is something that you are going to get here. Let me go to the next page. This is part 3. This is what I'm saying. If we have the tangent, if that is the tangent, the line that is perpendicular to the tangent is called the normal, and that is what you need to get. The tangent has a gradient of 8. So the normal, or the line that is perpendicular to the tangent at the point 25, will have the gradient of -1/8. Why do we have these? Since when you have two lines that are perpendicular to one another, the product of their gradient should be -1. So if the gradient of the tangent is 8, therefore the gradient of the normal should be -1/8. So now we have the gradient of the normal, which is -1/8. And we know the one point through which it passes through. So we just need to introduce another point. So using 25 and introducing another general point, xy, we can get the equation. The equation is change in y, which is y subtract 5 over the change in x, which is x subtract 2, should give the gradient, which is -1/8. Cross multiplying here, you get 8 y minus 5 is equals to -1 x minus 2. This one should give 8y minus 40 is equals to -x plus 2. This one should give 8y is equals to -x plus 42. And y, if we leave this one in form y is equals to mx plus c, we get -1/8x plus 42 divided by 8. Can simplify these by 2, 4, by 2, 21. So we can have y is equals to can have this one as y is equals to y is equals to -1/8x plus 21 divided by 4. So that is the equation of the line that is perpendicular to the tangent. So that is how you're supposed to solve that question. Thank you.